This is the right fork of the Leprechaun Canyon in the Irish Canyon Complex, just about half an hour south of Hanksville. And some really interesting features in this canyon. We start at the highway, and what we did is we did a hike up to start the canyon on top. You can actually drop yourself on the top there and shuttle down. In fact, most of our party did that, but a couple of us had to bring the car around, and we decided rather than drive that awful road twice, that we would hike up. The hike up was beautiful, had some really cool views, but it was a bit hot our day, and this was about the middle of April. So right about this point up here where the road hits, that's where we picked up our packs, where we dropped our friends off. Now, since our friends got the head start, they went down the canyon, and we sidetracked about a third of it. So we came in at this spot right about here, and we met up with everyone, and we continued on. There was many interesting features of this canyon. My favorite ones were the super narrow slots. Sometimes it was so narrow that you couldn't actually touch the bottom. You had to kind of stem over it a bit, and that made things really interesting. There was some hot pots we had to avoid, but really the views were just really amazing. And interestingly, the bottom of the canyon, when it really opened up, that's when the views really became the most amazing. So there was this spot right about here where you come in with another canyon that was one of the narrowest slot canyons in the area. So I couldn't even turn my face. It was so tight. And that was super interesting to go into. And then on the walk out, it got really amazing because it was like the subway effect, just like Zion National Park, except of course without the permit and all the hassle associated with it. So Leprechaun, definitely something you want to do again. This was really an amazing experience. Navigating to the beginning of West Fork, right fork of Leprechaun Canyon. I'm not going to say we're lost, but we're seeing a lot of terrain. Here's the first rappel. Look at these little poles. Isn't that cool? I mean, how do they form? Because the water obviously doesn't flow out of them at velocity, but there's a whole bunch of them. How many? Good heavens. There's got to be something else going on there that forms these things.
Ooh, this is not fun. This is not fun. Look there. You what? Nicole.
All right.
I don't know.
What? Is that what it is? This is a tight canyon. Just trying to get my body through here. My shoulders as narrow as possible. Doesn't help that my rope in my bag, which is very, how am I going to do this? First, you say. There you go. Don't you wish there was water in these holes?
Why does anything think I have a chance of getting it?
I'm about to get wet here. Just preparing for it. Preparing to get wet.
There's some good pressure.
Preparing to get wet. I should just do the drop just for video.
Huh?
I should drop just for the video. Put it over there. Very good. Throw it across.
Like that?
Sure.
Yep. That's good.
Oh man. Come on.
Oh, this one doesn't feel that bad now. Thank you.
Unrappel! There we go. Much better. Rappelling!
This one's a really fun one.
Ooh.
Yeah, do you think you're bad? I think it was fun.
A little more slack. Thank you. This is tight. All right. Gotta fit my pack through here. More of a controlled fall than elegant.
How are we gonna get down? What, Jared goes next. Jared, then Nicole, then me. How long?
Okay. All right. That's so cool.
Can I see a picture?
Got it.
Should I go?
Go ahead. Yeah.
If I can get any.
They say this is one of the tightest canyons in Utah, and I don't see how I can get very far in there. Well, you know it's tight when I can't even turn my head. Woo! What do you say about it?